Hey everyone, Genome here, coming at you with a kind of news of the exploits that have been used in Marvel Strike Force, specifically, well, not specifically, but the whole Silver Surfer thing has brought this to a head. It's been a known problem for quite a while, and I just thought I'd throw my hat into the ring a little bit and talk about it, because I might have a little bit different perspective than most. Okay, so first off, for those of you who've been watching the channel for a while know I am a 100% free-to-play player. I do not even have Silver Surfer unlocked. They could make him $1, I still wouldn't buy him. That's just my own personal choice with the way they run their company, and hey, you do you. If you want to give them money, you give them money. I just don't like to invest in anything. It's like a mobile game either. It doesn't make any sense to me because, you know, when the servers die, where's your investment gone? But, you know, there's an intrinsic value to enjoying anything you do and throw money at, so why not? If you want to put money in this game, that's fine. But that leads into a conversation of whether free-to-play players should be getting angry about this exploit. And of course the answer is yes, and then also the answer is no, because you gotta look at the realism of the situation, and the fact is the people who are spending the money, even on exploits like this, are funding the game. I'm not a corporate shill, like I said, I wouldn't give these people a penny. They can't. There's no offer they can get out there that I'm going to buy from them. So that's not it at all. But if you're going to be a free-to-play player and stick to it, you're going to have to come to grips with something right now. If you are free-to-play, even the hardest of the hardcore, you're probably going to be at least a year behind the meta. There's just no way that you're going to do better than that. I've been playing for almost 1,000 days now. Now, granted, my first year was totally wasted for the most part, you know, because I didn't level the right tunes, didn't have it legendary unlocked and all that. It was just... I'm still kind of casual, you know, to be honest with you. But I was super cash back then. I did my dailies, didn't do much more. I was in a bad alliance. It didn't raid, so, you know, my progression was limited. I spent a lot of time working on Wasp and Ant-Man because they had synergy and they worked with my tech team, you know, nonsense like that. But yes, if you are free to play, just get used to the fact that people who pay in this game are going to steamroll you. It's just going to happen. Watch War. Wait till you start getting like in the middle tiers and the gold tiers and all that of War, when you're facing team after team after team of Marauders that's 500k plus. You know, there's just the whole team is loaded with them, and you're beating your head against the wall in frustration. And some of us hate War all the time because of it. You know, because of all those great teams that people probably paid to acquire. That's the nature of the beast of these kind of things, and this isn't the only game that does it. But so yes, have some realistic expectations as a free-to-play player, and especially as a newer free-to-play player, because this game takes forever to get caught up on. The only way to truly catch up in this game is to pay for certain things. Now, that's if you care about amazing progression. I'm 150 days into my other free account, my secondary account. I've got Shuri unlocked. I just unlocked Invisible Woman tonight. A video on that I just posted, actually. And the characters that I have unlocked already on that account are so much more powerful than anything I had my first year. So there is some slight built-in catch-up mechanics in the fact that the power creep is so real. So any player or any characters that new players unlock now are going to help you advance much faster than the old ones did. Okay, that's just how it is. In fact, on my other account, I am still stuck at like level 69. And it's just taking me forever. I can't even get to the next hero nodes. I've been there for like a month, you know, and in the 60s, just trying to, I'm just waiting. It's an artificial bottleneck there. But my characters are just blowing through the content, but I got nowhere to go right now. But besides the point, let's get back on topic a little bit for that. But I just wanted to get the perspective out there for the free-to-play player that you are going to be behind no matter what. This exploit's just the newest example of that. Even without it, you're gonna be behind. So, the reason I had this screen pulled up is just kind of show you. You know, I finally got my Black Order, and I've kind of stopped working on them about 2 months ago, up to a really usable level for War, right? This is basically mid-tier Black Order. That's only happened in the last few months, right? Forget that second team. That's just a hodgepodge. Like Supernatural, and I quit working on them a while ago because they're just not that good. My Symbiotes, you know, really maybe the best all-round team in the game outside of Arena. I'm getting up to a usable raid level, right? But now they're going to be eclipsed really soon. I'm still going to keep working on them because they work well for me now, but like X Factor's going to come along and blow them out of the water. Axemen already do, right? I don't have a Jubilee unlocked yet. It was close. I'll have her next time she comes around, unless I get some really bad pulls on the campaign nodes. I already got them going, so neither here nor there. But I mean, just my whole roster is examples of that, right? It's give and take, and you just got to roll the punches as a free-to-play player. There's only so fast you can go, and you are never going to compete with the person who pays. Now, should you be able to? That's a whole nother discussion. You know, I'm not going to get into that. But this exploit should not have been allowed to happen, and it's going to cause definite repercussions if it's allowed to stay, because Silver Surfer is obviously meta. He's destroying everything. I constantly see him in RTA already, and when you already have him at 3 stars and he's strong, when you run across that random 5-star one or 6-star ones, it's game over, right? He's laughing at you. It's kind of like facing high-level Emmas and stuff. You know, it takes your whole team game and killer, right? Very similar with this guy, and he's doing a lot more damage than she is, so yeah, he's going to be a total meta-shifting character, and people they've jumped the gun on him. Now, most of the time, this is not going to be a huge deal, right? Maybe in things like RTA in some arena, right? But I'm usually only in the top. I get into the top 50 every now and then, but usually I get bumped up really quick. By the time I get there, I've already spent cores, and by the time I go to sleep, wake up in the morning, I'm back to 125 or something, back from 50 or whatever. It is what it is. But Surfer's, he's gonna shake things up, and these characters are gonna come in. They're gonna be in my arena shard. They're gonna start dominating with Surfer because of the huge exploit they were able to do. You're gonna start seeing him in war a lot when you start coming against the stronger teams and teams that people open, or alliances where they open their wallet. It's gonna be tough. You're gonna see a lot of Silver Surfer, and it's gonna be almost an insurmountable mountain. You know, in a lot of cases. Not saying he's not beatable. I'm just saying it's gonna be very difficult for people to combat that because there's no real kit in the game to combat him, for one, and the other is maybe the best way to fight Silver Surfers with your own Silver Surfer. But if you're sitting there at 3 stars or even 2 stars, right, and they're sitting over there at 5 and 6 with lots of the same amount of reds, you don't stand a chance, right? So yeah, the exploit is bad. I have no idea how they're going to fix it. I can't even fathom how they're going to fix it. They can't roll this back. There's no way. Too many resources have been spent. All the refunds they would have to do, it would be a fiscal nightmare. My guess, and I don't know, I mean, I doubt it, they won't do this, but I would say to be the most equitable, they should give everybody a 4-star Silver Surfer with maybe 4 reds. 3 or 4 reds, something like that. Just give it to us now, because how else are they going to fix this? How else are you going to combat it, right? You know, I don't know, and I don't know if maybe, you know, the people who did the exploit, obviously, if you have more than, 3 stars, you exploited it, or maybe 4. I think you might have been, I don't know, I think you could have gotten 4 without doing the exploit, right? So, anyone with 4 stars and ups, I guess they could retroactively say, you know what, you shouldn't have been doing the exploit. I'm going to take all of your stars and gear off of that. Maybe they have to refund that money. I don't know. But it's such a weird thing on terms of service, because it's not really a cheat, right? It was a software problem, but at the same time, it wasn't meant to happen, so it was a user problem as well. But can you get mad at the user? I'd say it's definitely more on Scopely's end, or on BlueStacks, or Amazon, whoever's fault it was. I'd say it's a little more on their end, obviously. You know, it takes 2 to tango sometimes. But I don't know what the true answer is. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you think the actual answer is. I think if you're going to be equitable and not completely cave in to the people who or always open their wallets, I think you just gotta either give us Silver Surfer and either bump them back, or give us some red stars on them too. You know, bump them back on the people who obviously exploited to get them. Do you ban them? I don't know. You start banning, I'm sure a lot of people who are typical whales and krakens did that same exploit, right? Because you see a lot of higher end Silver Surfers out there. They can't ban all those guys. It would shut the freaking servers down, basically. So it's a tricky situation, and I don't know what to do about it. Once again, as free to play, it's not going to be a huge deal, but it's going to be noticeable. Like, it's really going to be noticeable, and it just seems really unacceptable this is allowed to go on for so long, because it's not new. This is not a new problem. If you get over to Reddit, you can see a lot of posts where they actually were sending this out to community managers and all that, like back in, like, I think August, October, or somewhere around there. Like, hey, this is going on. You know, what are you going to do about it? And then the silence is deafening. So it came to a head now. And I'll say this too, it's been awful shady lately of what's going on. So, the first grumblings of Save MSF come around after like a year from the last one, right? So what happens? All of a sudden we have a mistaken, lunar orb issue, and then, people were able to buy lots of Cull and Go shards, which people are very excited about, right? Oh, well, we gave it to some people got it, so we're going to have to go and release that to everybody. I'm sure they sold tons of them. That kept people quiet for a while. Or even if they didn't keep quiet, they still open their wallets, right? Well, then it starts picking up more steam again, say MSF, and then, okay, we're going to throw you guys a bone. Here's a blog post, and then we're going to give you some stuff here in the future. And then it starts getting really loud on the Save MSF, and all of a sudden, oh, by the way, here's Silver Surfer. Yeah, we're going to offer him as a milestone event, but you can also pay to get him. Where did that come from? They should never have made him a pay character to begin with, but whatever, okay, that's what it is. I mean, they know that he's going to warp the meta, but whatever the case may be, you do have to build the game mostly around the whales. I do understand that, but it's really, really shifty, the stuff that's been going on lately, and just further cements the idea that I will not be paying any money for this game. And, it's going to hurt my progression, probably. It's going to make war more difficult. It's going to make Arena a nightmare once Silver Surfer is completely entrenched, but I am ready for a change. I'll be honest with you, the arena's stale. I'm tired of always fighting Black Order or variants of Phoenix teams. It's all I've faced for the last year, so change can be good. But anyway, just temper your expectations. I don't know how they're going to address this. I've heard absolutely nothing from them, nothing from the CMs. In Reddit over there, I haven't seen anything from the other content creators just yet, but I've just got home from work not too long ago, so I haven't got to be able to catch up with everybody. But it's a bad situation, and I might actually see if I can collab with another content creator to see what their take on it is, but I don't know that there's an easy answer. Man, what are they going to do? I say give us all Silver Surfer and at 3 stars, and then whatever these milestones give us, we can start adding on to it. Maybe give us 3 reds, and I already got 3 reds on them, but maybe give us 3 reds and 3 golds on them, just across the board, to make it more equitable, because I don't see them refunding all this money and rolling all these accounts back. I just don't see them doing it. It's just too much, and I think it would piss so many people off. So many people who are actually integral as a backbone spender to this game, they can't afford to do that. They just can't. So we'll see what happens, or it's going to be a bunch of weak banding for 3 days. Who cares, right? They still have their Surfer. So we'll see what they do. Time will tell. But, fingers are crossed that they come out with a decent solution. So anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Genome. Just waiting for the other shooter drop. Out.